Hello everybody and welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert. In today's episode we just continue with our mechanism, get all metallurgic infusers and everything set up, and then we start working on automating occultism. There's a few bugs we still need to work out and all that, but for the most part it works. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we are going to be kind of continuing with our mechanism that we were working on last episode. Then, if we can get this done quite quickly, we're actually going to start automating occultism. Now, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to attempt to do it correctly in some sort of way. I've watched a video on how to do it, but I don't necessarily fully understand it, so we're going to be testing some things, trying some things out to see if we can get it to work properly, and we'll see how that goes. What I want to quickly do in mechanism here is set up a few smelters, crushers, enrichment chambers, and the metallurgic infusers over here, just so like I have them all ready just to run and work. So I think I've prepared most of the resources to craft all of these guys now, so I just need to make myself a few fluid encapsulators, so I need 7 of these in total. There we go. So metallurgic infuser. Now these power cells. I've been crafting a few of these things now, and hopefully I have enough made already. I think there should be at least 64 of them in this guy over here, with a few more to be made. Yeah, 5 more. So if we can upgrade these here with the HV transformer, try that, throw that in there, grab this, put these in here, and 16 power cells. I should be able to make myself 1 more. There we go. So now with that, we should be able to make ourselves 7 metallurgic infusers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that kind of double clicked. So we got 7 metallurgic infusers. We need ourselves about 4 enrichment chambers. I already have 3 down, so I need more basic induction cells, more high voltage cable, which is more aluminium wire. I'm always out of bloody aluminium wire. So craft me, I don't know, another 1,000 of that, and we're probably going to run a steel wire as well, so craft me another 500 of that. Right, well that's running. Let's go hook up our metallurgic infusers first. I don't have enough speed upgrades or installers or energy upgrades to actually like plug into these guys, so I'm going to probably work on that next episode, but we're kind of waiting on like the dissolution chamber automation, but I can't really do that until I get, wait, did I only make 6? No, I made 7. Did I only make 6? No, I made 7, didn't I? Do I need 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could have swore I made 8 of them. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I could have swore I made all 7 of them, but apparently not. There's meant to be 8 in total, and we already had 1, so yeah, that was weird. Anyway, can we make these now? Yes, we can. Okay. So we just make these and put this down here. Have them, enrichment chamber, cauldrons, them in there, basic power cells, a couple of these guys. You know what, I might as well make as many as I can. And then enrichment chambers. So I just need 3 more to put down here. I was saying something now and I can't remember what I was just saying. I can't remember. Anyway. So over here then, for the smelters then, we're probably going to be hooking up about 3 smelters here. So I need another 2. I made myself more blast brick and all that, so we should be good for that. Here is where we're going to be smelting all like resources and stuff that come true. So what I want to do is grab myself a chest here. I'm going to need a lot of chests now. I'm going to put a chest right here. I'm going to break this cable here. And actually, the way this cable is coming down, maybe I should move the chest into the corner. It's not going to be center now, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. I might move stuff around later. But anyway, if I put that there, I could actually just run the cable along like that if I really wanted to keep it center, but whatever. So what's actually going to happen now is if we grab a logistical transport pipe and put that here and across the top of these guys are just going to smelt any resources that are produced by us putting in the exporter here. You know what, actually, maybe I should center it because I'm probably going to end up putting 2 exporters on this one chest since there's going to be a lot of stuff coming through. So maybe I will center this cable. Oops, did not mean to break that. Can I put it back down with any issues? No, of course not. Oh, that's the problem with breaking these things. If you break it, the whole system breaks. Even though you put it back down in the same spot, you need to relink it. My pickaxe is just too fast when digging in the air. Mechanism. Let's go relink this. Right, that should be back up and running again. Nothing back here. Wrong? No. Okay. So let's head back over to mechanism now and just put back down this floor. Or the ceiling, I should say. So I'm actually going to run the cable down here then instead. Right, and if I break this cable just for a second, come down here. Put this here, grab our cover. Where's my cover gone? Did I not? Did me breaking the cover break it? Cover. Okay, apparently doing that broke it. So I have a few more hollow covers here, so that's actually okay. So put that there and then just hide the cable like that. There. And let's go outside and quickly fix the roof. And there we go. Right, so that's actually more center now, and it actually does look a bit better, because then I'm going to be putting export here, and if I grab out another export... Oh, that used up all of my advanced constructors. That means I need to go make more, which is actually annoying. But if I do it like that, then we can just attach on all of the things we need, and we can just run a bit of extra cable up the way here. If I just grab out some cable and plug that in here. And then we'll have more importers across the front here. So then of course it's amount of power. There's so many things wrong now. I need to craft myself more construction and deconstruction, more basic processors, more printed circuit boards. There's just so many things I need to craft right now. And now my thing is out of power, which is also frustrating. So I think what I'm actually going to quickly do is just go craft myself a bunch more construction and deconstruction cores, and I'll be right back. Right, so all the construction and deconstruction cores should be crafted by now. So, what we need to do now is actually grab ourselves out a ton of crafters. So we need a ton of crafting upgrades. So, just grab out as many of these as we can. We're out of quartz enriched iron, so nether quartz, compressed iron. Just grab out as much of this as we can. How many blocks is this? Or stacks? Should be about 6 stacks here. Yeah, and I think I've got about another 3 here. Yeah, so if I can grab out another 9 stacks of quartz then as well. So quartz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's go put these in the induction smelter and make us about 9 stack. Why won't... Okay, that second door wouldn't open. Make ourselves about 9 stacks of quartz enriched iron. That should be enough to keep us going for a little bit. So if I just grab out a chest here for every single one of these guys. Actually, I think I'll put most... Yeah, I put it all in here. So I want to put a chest above each one of these guys here, like so. And these guys can just be injected straight in. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to put a chest above each one as well. So then a logistical transport pipe. I need to connect each one like this, grab out my morphing tool, and disconnect every pipe. I don't want them pumping into each other. Each one is going to extract like that. And these guys are going to extract out like this as well. Okay, and I'm also going to need some power cable to actually, well, run all these guys. So let me just connect the power to them. Like so. And now just put back the floor. Perfect. So now what I can do is grab myself some exporters and some importers. I don't need to go with crazy kind of things. I can just use blue connectors here. Just out of hoppers. Just make a bunch of hoppers, no problem. There we go, put those away. And exporters now. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. Just going to craft myself about like 16 of them. And importers now. I'm going to craft myself about 16 of these guys as well. Yeah, close enough. Now, cable. I think we're low on cable, so I need to make myself a bit more cable here. I think I just need these guys. There we go. And perfect. Tons of cable. So, the way these things are going to run. If I start with the enrichment chamber, I'm going to clear the button down here, which is actually a button I didn't see before, which you did mention down in the comments. So, thank you for pointing that out, because this is new. I've never seen this button here before. And I've played quite a bit of mechanism. So, yeah, clicking this thing clears all the sides here, which then allows you to configure whatever you want. So we want items to come in the top and output out the front. And I want that the same for each one of these guys. Okay, so that's the enrichment chambers. Now for the metallurgic infusers, it's a similar thing. Input through the top, output the left, and the extra, which is yellow, will input in the front. Wait, this guy should be red. There we go. So yeah, items will come in the top, they'll export out the left, and the extra, which will be this infused item, so like the carbon, redstone, or whatever, will all go in the front. And for this guy, the opposite one will have input to the top, same yellow on the front, but output on the right. That way, when I get myself an importer and exporter, we'll have exporters on the front here, and we'll have importers on the left and right. And for these guys here, we'll just have importers on here as well. So yeah, that's the way they're going to run. Let me do that for the same for the rest of them. Right, there we go. They're all set up now. All we need to do now is grab out all of our mechanical crafters, and we need to craft a few more of these now. That's only 8 mechanical crafter, electron tubes, put those away, grab this guy, mechanical crafters, about another stack of them, crafters, 23 of them, and we're just missing them. So we still have plenty of construction cores left over, which is what we want. Because now, with the crafting upgrades, if we need to make a few more of these guys now, if I haven't made any already, I need to push into each one of these exporters a crafting upgrade. And you'll see why now in a second. I'm guessing you already know. Okay, so this is the last one. And then what I want to do is look up enriched. So in each one, this is going to be enriched carbon. This one here is going to be enriched redstone. This guy here is going to be diamonds. And the last guy here is going to be obsidian. Okay? Now, nothing's happening right now, and I can't request anything because we haven't actually set up the pattern for it to be able to be crafted. This is where all the crafters now are going to come in. So we're going to put a crafter on top of each chest, and then for these chests, we're going to put them at an angle here. They point directly into the chest, so it keeps everything kind of symmetrical. Okay? Now what we need to do is actually, with our morphing tool, disconnect the exporter on each one of these crafters. There we go. And all we have to do now is just plug it in. So we can just run a cable across the top here like so. And I'm going to run this cable down the way so it connects right here. Then up here, I need to, I think, dig out a bit of a spot here. And I'm actually going to grab my cover here, cover this, and then allow this cable to run down. And then we're just going to run this cable across the top here over to the other cable, which should be right here. There we go. So all these crafters should be turned on right now, which it looks like they are. Yep, all we have to do now is just craft all the patterns for each one of these guys now. So let me go do that. Right, I think these are all the patterns I need so far. I don't think there's anything I need at the moment, but if we need any more in the future, we can craft it quite easily. What I want to do actually quickly now is make myself 3 more smelters here, and I'll put them down 1 block apart. Same thing again, so we're going to grab ourselves out a chest. Oops, chest. I'm going to grab out the crafters. I'm going to put a chest right here and a crafter right here. And then same thing again, logistical transport pipe. And I'll organize out this later on. So you are just going to extract. And you are just going to extract. And you know what? Actually, let me just quickly do all the side inputs. So input to the top and output out the front for each one. There we go. And they're all set up. Now, enrichment chambers. We look up enrich and chamber. Make ourselves 1 more enrichment chamber. We're going to put this guy right here. So he's going to have a chest, a crafter, and a logistical transport pipe. Extract. And I'm only need 1 here. And I'm also going to make myself a crusher, because I probably need some of that later on as well. Okay, maybe I won't make that just yet. So, for the enrichment chamber, we're going to put these 6 patterns in. So this is going to craft us each one of these slime crystals or whatever. I don't actually know what they're used for. If you look up slime, I know the sky slime and the eye core are made for making construction and deconstruction cores, but I don't know what these ones are used for. Okay, that actually has no use at all. And the end one does have a use. It's for making the tier 2 dimensional one, and it's also for making these filter parts from blood magic. So we have obsidian here to make obsidian dust and a HDPE that we're now crafting over here. So we're like crafting HDPE. How much have we actually made of that HDPE? 4k of it, not bad. So over here, we want to put carbon in here, redstone to enriched, diamond, and refined. So now each one of these guys are going to call this recipe. As you can see, they're all activated now and they're all crafting these items. Redstone isn't because, well, redstone seems to be full, because I already had a bunch of redstone built up from before. We still have 93 in the system. Now what I want to do is on each one of these guys, this is carbon. You're going to get iron to enriched iron, and then from enriched iron to steel. Redstone is going to get energized steel to infused alloy, and speed upgrades to stack upgrades. Diamond is going to turn obsidian dust into refined obsidian dust, and refined obsidian is going to turn osmium into refined obsidian ingots. So this should be all completely set up right now. Unfortunately, it's not going to be fastest, and it doesn't have any installer upgrades, so I'm going to have to definitely work on that Let me just actually double check. Is this whole place chunk loaded? No, it's not. Let me just chunk load this area quickly. There we go. And yeah, that's pretty much mechanism completely set up, except for over here where I need more importers just to pull everything into the system and some more cable. So you connect there and cable's going to connect like this. And these guys are ready to go. Whenever I need to set up smelting patterns, I can just stick them all in there and this thing will all smelt it for me. And whenever I need to do any more enrichment patterns, I can do it all in here. And I just realized this actually has no power or an importer. So I just need to make one more importer, put the importer here, grab some cable, connect it, and just set this guy up. The input, output at the front, and now he's ready. All right, now they're all connected to power, and that's the entire mechanism area done. So let's get to work on occultism. So for occultism, there's two things we need for this guy to make it work. One, modular routers, and two, XNet. So we're probably going to start with this guy here first, since that guy is just whatever. This is the main guy we're going to need, and we need 12 of each. Or 12 components on each one. And we can see we have about 16 down, which should be fine. It's not going to cause that much of an issue. So to do this, we can actually bookmark all the mechanism stuff now. Now we need to work on making ourselves a crafter here, which is a crafting station, which is more mechanical crafters. Okay, so this guy, smart chests. Okay, I need to go buy more printed circuit boards. Let me go get them. Right, there we go. So this should make us a tier 1 crafter. Perfect. So he's going to craft us the books that are needed to activate these rituals. And he's probably going to be done roughly underground here. So if I dig down about 3 blocks, and now we just turn on square mode and dig out underneath our thing over here. Okay, so everything's cleared out here. And I also did reorganize some of the sacrificial bowls here just to make it a little bit easier to route. So if we come down here now, we have plenty of space to work with. And I've also dug out underneath where each bowl is, so we can activate everything nice and easy. So, how are we actually going to do this? This is where we need to test some things out. Modular router is going to be used to activate the bowl with the book. Now, the crafter, I'm probably just going to put down like right here. Okay, and I'm also going to grab some power. So that means I need to make myself another ender cell, which shouldn't be too difficult. I just need another flux block. Hopefully I'm not... Okay, good. I'm not out of them. And 4 nitro cells. Ah, seriously, I'm out of nitro. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to go craft some more of this. Okay, good. I can craft that. Not a problem. So while that's actually crafting, we can go craft ourselves up our modular router, XNet controller, and other stuff. Let me just go quickly add these in the energizing orb. Off it goes. Okay, now, should we craft it here? Yeah. Right, so what we need to do is, if we have a look in here, we need all of these augment blocks, or what are these core modules or whatever. So let's have a look at the modular router. He's going to require an augment core, which is going to require a blank module and a blank upgrade. Blank module is made like this. So if I just grab these ingredients, put these in here, blank module. Next up then is the blank upgrade, which is going to require these items. I think it was another aluminium plate. Oh, how many of these guys? 2. Okay. And then we combine these two now in a blazing core, I believe it is. So this guy, steel lead wire. Okay, don't know where they went. Whip that back out. Oh, it's a capacitor, not a core. So blazing capacitor and lead wire. That in there, that in there. Augment cores, done. Right, so, geez, that's all over the place. But there we go. Now we just need 1 augment core. And we're going to need ourselves a circuit backplane and an observer. So these 3 items need to go over into a blazing... Is it a blaze compactor? Yes. Do I have a heated metal press? I don't think so. So I'm going to have to add a blaze burner under here. So blaze burner. Burner? Do I have one? I can make this. And if I just grab out like a blaze spawn egg, I should have some of them. Yeah, I can go get blazes easy enough. And if we just stick this under here, and now we just put these ingredients in, so blaze and just a bit of coal. Why aren't these compacting? Oh, because it's set up to only do that. There we go. Okay, so that's made now. So modular router. There we go. And now we're good. How difficult is the XNet controller? I haven't even looked at that. Oh, we can make that no problem. All right, perfect. So there's also advanced connectors and blue connectors. I don't know which one I should do. The advanced one is allows to access the different sides and supports faster item transfer. I don't think that really matters. So maybe we are okay just to go with the regular cable. I'm not too sure. But we can definitely test it out and see what works now in a minute. So let's start off by putting ourselves our controller down right here. Actually, let's bring him up one. Put the controller right here. And then the modular router. Oh, I just realized I actually need two of these guys. Let me go make the second one. And also finish making ourselves our ender cell. Right, there we go. We have our ender cell now. So we just grab a little bit of cable here just to actually plug everything in. And I think I can do that on the back wall here. So if I put the ender cell right here, run the power up like so. Now these guys are connected. So what I want is, I was just looking here on how the modular router connects. Now, unfortunately, like if I put another one down here, wait, where did my second router go? Oh yeah, it's still in the system. If we put the router down, you can see it has like this red face here, and I don't know how you rotate it or change it into the way you want. I can back up my morphing tool. How do I rotate this guy? Does he not have his own tool? Do I need to get like a crescent hammer or something? He doesn't face up the way, which is kind of disappointing because I need him to face up the way. But I was looking at the activator module, which is what we're going to use to activate the book on the sacrificial bowl. There is an option here to look above. So I don't think it really matters where we put it, as long as it's set to look above and it's on a redstone pulse so it doesn't constantly go. And I'm just going to set this guy up now as well. So look above, action, right click, and there's the same over here now. So in this guy here, look above, done. So hopefully now he will look above and actually activate the bowl. Let me just make this hole bigger because it's kind of annoying flying in and out of a tiny hole. So we put the sacrificial bowl down right here. Hopefully now it'll activate it. But if we have this thing on just constant, it will put the book in and then stop the ritual by taking the book back out. So that should be ready to go. And I don't know how we're going to set up like the redstone timer thingy. Are we going to set up on a timer? Are we going to set up on a, I don't know, pulse thing? We'll have to see. I say a timer would be good because then that way we can just say wait a certain amount of time before it inputs the items, and then it'll count down that length of time to give the ritual enough time to actually, well, craft. So we're going to test this now and see how it works. First, I need to grab myself out connectors. I have plenty of blue connectors, so let's just start with this guy here. So I need to add a blue connector underneath each bowl here. Okay, and now we need to connect it to this guy. So I'm going to put a connector here, and now I'm going to grab out some blue cable. And then we just need to run a blue cable underneath every single one of these guys and connect it all. Okay, that looks like it's all connected. All we have to do now is put a blue connector here and connect it then as well. I don't think it matters as long as it's connected in one point. Right, let's see how this works now. So if we go in here now, we can see we only have the controller. Oh, I never fully connected it all here. There we go. So now we have everything. Perfect. So let's create ourselves a new channel as XNet item, create, and we want to say modular router. We're going to create a network for you, and you are going to insert. And if we grab ourselves out our book now, so let's grab out our binding book. We have a random binding book. So this is going to put this book into the modular router. Hopefully this doesn't matter. NBD matching? No. If I click this, it'll match, but I don't think this matters now. So this shouldn't match anything, and it should just put any type of book in. Okay. Next up then is each and every single sacrificial bowl, meaning I need to grab out every ingredient needed now for making this dimensional matrix. So let's put all this stuff in my bag here, and let's grab out all these ingredients here. Okay, there's actually only 3 ingredients, so it's not actually that many. But we need to do it for 4 of each. So 4 calyx, 4 corundum, and 4 crystal glass. So in here then, we'll start off with sacrificial bowl, double click the highlight, which is this furthest one. So it doesn't really matter as long as they're all laid out correctly. So we'll just start off with this guy here. So create, you're going to get corundum. And priority, doesn't matter. insert single stacked or count. I don't know why these guys aren't highlighted. Maybe the advanced cable allows me to do that. Create, you're going to get another calyx. Create, you're going to get another calyx. And that's 3. And then the last one here, you're going to get another calyx. So the same again. Calyx of end. Oh, I kept calling this calyx as corundum. You're going to get end, and then the last one at the end. Now, there should be 4 bowls left over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there 4? Yes. So each one now is going to get a crystal glass. There we go. So now each one is set up. Controller doesn't need to do anything. That already has its own power. So this is all set up ready, pretty much now ready to auto craft. But this guy here is going to have to craft us the book. So if we grab ourselves out like a barrel, or it doesn't really matter, a chest will work as well. If we put this right here, grab a connector. If we have a look here, a connector. Am I all out of blue connectors? Oh no, they're in my bag, aren't they? I want to put a connector. Actually, where do I want this? I guess I could put it here. If this thing auto ejects, that'd be great, but I don't think it does. So maybe I should move it down 1. And if I do this, now when it crafts the item, it'll put it into this barrel. And then what I can do is put a connector right here. And inside this side of the barrel, I'm going to do extract, and it's going to be the binding book. So if I just grab out a binding book, put that in this extract here, okay, it doesn't matter which it is, and it's going to extract the single item. All right, perfect. And this guy's set to input the only single item. Right, then the other side, then we can do it for the same for the foliate book instead of the Dingy book. So this guy should be ready. All we have to do now is just run refined storage over here. And refined storage is literally just over here. So let me just go see if I can find that cable. So here is the chest that we're going to input all of the items into. Okay, so that means that I need to run this connector cable down further to this guy. So break that and put a connector cable here. And then just run some blue cable up. Have it here. So blue cable. Just going to run this cable up like this. There we go. So now with that, we can see them. All of the items that we're going to be used to craft is going to go in here. Okay, even the materials for the book. Of course, it starts to rain. But with that now, if we go in here and see at the chest, we're going to go in here and we're going to create. We're going to tell it to be an extract. But the only thing we're not going to extract is the materials for the Dingy book. So if I grab out those materials, which is just going to be this book. We're going to already have our binding book, if we look in here, or our spirit book. This guy here, we're going to make ourselves a new one. We're going to put this inside the crafter here. We're going to say, new recipe. This book plus this book will craft us this, and we're going to say, results will go, but remaining items will stay after the craft. Perfect. So that's going to go in here, and it crafted it, but I didn't actually want that. Can I try this again? Let me back out this book here. Turn off this guy here. So redstone on to activate. And let's remember the slots. It should remember the layout. It's not remembering the books though. Oh, I'm hitting forget. My bad. Now if we turn it back on, it crafts the book. And it should export it out into this barrel. Which then gets this guy here. Which should have extracted it out into the modular router. Which is set to run on pulse, and it won't do anything until it receives that redstone pulse. Let me go sleep and get rid of this rain. Alright, the other last thing we need now is another crafter, and you're going to go on the back over here of this diamond chest. Okay, and I'm going to put a cable here, and now this guy should be pretty much ready to go. I don't think there's anything else kind of missing except for the pattern now to craft it. But I think we're pretty much ready. Let's go over here now, and come down here and set up our pattern. So what we're going to do is craft ourselves a matrix. So it's clear the crafting grid. So it's going to be these items. Okay, but it's going to be 4 of each. Okay, so 4 of each plus this book. So I need to go in here and look up binding book. So binding book plain. So it's just going to say, okay, put this book in here, and the book will auto-craft in there, and it'll craft us the thing. Now, we can't just say, craft me the dimensional matrix, for two reasons. One, it has a name. It's going to mess up our system because the system is going to craft it, but technically never received the exact one it wanted. And two, we don't even need the matrix anyway. So like, it's only used for crafting dimensional storage stuff, but we're not going to need that. And later on, like, I think it needs one for each one of these mycelial generators, but by that time we could probably just request and stop it from going into the system and then to clear the grid, but whatever. So yeah, we only needed to make ourselves these dimensional shard crystals. So all we have to do now is just look up dimensional, the dimensional crystals, and put these in here. Now, this guy can be crafted in a sawmill or a precision sawmill. We're going to use the precision sawmill because that gives us the most, 9. So if we just tell this thing here to craft us 9 of these guys from all of that, that should be it. This book is made like this. The book and quills are made like this. Black dye. I don't know what I'm going to use for black dye. I guess I could just use ink sac for now and then put a squid in our Drigme farm. I think that might be the best idea. And is there anything else we need for books? Just a green dye. And the green dye is made... I think I already have a pattern for green dye, don't I? I do. So yeah, we could just put these ingredients in here. So, is this right? Purified? Yeah, okay. So this is everything we need for that. Let's go add this into that crafter and request ourselves one and see if it does craft it. But there's still a few more things we do actually need to set up quickly. So if we put this in the crafter down here, so that should be ready to craft ourselves our Dingy book. Let's actually remove them from these things here. Okay. Let's put all these items away since we don't need it anymore. Let's make ourselves our precision sawmill. Sawmill, I think I actually unbookmarked it, but rock cutter blade is a saw blade, which is another steel plate. So while that's making that, let's go over to our mechanism building because we need to turn that into a diamond one using the metallurgic infuser. So saw blade, put that in this guy. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time, but that should go straight into the system, so that should be good. The other thing we need is a vacuumulator or a vacuum hopper of some kind, but I think a vacuumulator would be the best option. So vacuumulator requires a lodestone. Okay, maybe we'll just go with a vacuum hopper. Do I have a vacuum hopper? You know what? I think a factory hopper should be the best option. Factory hopper will work. And what we want to do is underneath this guy directly, we want to put our factory hopper like so. Actually, maybe once I make the sawmill. So the sawmill is going to go directly underneath this guy here, like that. The factory hopper is going to go directly underneath it. We're going to disconnect this cable from the down position. We don't need it any other direction, only from here. So this shouldn't be showing up in here. Correct. All we need to do now is just turn this guy's range up to max. And let's test it now by dropping a random item up here just to see if it does pick it up. Just like drop a piece of cobblestone down here. Does it pick it up? No. It doesn't pick it up because it's not high enough. So I do need to make the vacuumulator. Damn it. Okay, hang on. Let me just craft that. All right, there we go. We got the vacuumulator. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to do this one unless I just quickly do it after I finish this one, maybe. We'll see. So remove this guy and we're just going to put the vacuumulator here. Hopefully, I don't know actually, what is this guy's range? I don't know, but let's actually just test to see, does it pick it up from here? It did. Okay, so that does work from that range. So this thing should only pick up anything that's on the floor. Nothing should go on the floor except for the finished crafted item. So from there, then we can just grab our sawmill and put the sawmill, I don't know, like right here. Grab ourselves an importer and put that across the back here. Or actually underneath because we need to run cable to this guy now as well. Oops, did not mean to do that. Right, that should be connected now. Just tell this guy to say input the right, output out the bottom. Done. And now I just need to connect it with the power cable, which is still in my bag here. So connect that across over here. And that should be pretty much it then. So just give me backout logistical transport pipe. And just run this across like this. Tell this guy here to extract. Where's my morphing tool gone? Oh, of course, it's back in here. Morphing tool, extract, and pretty much now when this thing is crafted, it will drop it, it'll suck it up, move it along, pump it in here, craft it, and extract it. And that should be everything. Now, I broke that connector here, so I need to reconnect this guy. And what I'm going to do wasn't the Dingeny book? Craft me one of these. And I was going to... This guy was a blacklist, this guy. So we'll extract everything but this guy. Yes. Okay, so let's test it now. Let's see if we can craft ourselves a matrix. So matrix, or actually I think it's dimensional crystals. So dimensional crystals, craft us calyx of end. Of course we don't have any of that. Why would we? How's calyx of end made again? Cooking pot, enchanted ash, and ender dust, of course. Oh, let me go make some of that. All right, I got myself 4 stacks of calyx of end now. So put these in the system. Let's try it again. So shard, or the crystal. Dimensional crystal. Okay. Start. Right, so this should put everything into this guy, as you can see, which is correct. The only thing I need to actually forgot about is a timer. So I need a timer and probably a redstone link, which would be the easiest thing to do this by. So if we do that, and I don't know what block would use, but I just put the link right here, and we'll just use, I don't know, calyx of end or something like that, just so we know what it is. So you're going to go here, but you're going to be on the receiving end. Then over here, we're going to put this guy down, like that, calyx of end in frequency 1. And actually, let me break this first, because I need to set up the timer. Point the timer, and how many seconds does this thing actually take to craft? Let me actually time it myself. Oh, I forgot to put the logistical transporter pipe here. So logistical transport pipe has to go here to actually input the items into craft. Morphing tool again. So you are going to extract that out. That should craft the book, pump it over into this guy. It did. Right, let's time this thing and see how long it takes to craft it. Roughly 15 seconds. And this thing is now sawing it up, which is what we want. So what is 15 seconds? I think it's 15, so about 300 ticks should be about 15 seconds, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, so it's 300, but I'm actually thinking now maybe we should actually make it 400 ticks, so it equals 20 seconds, so that it has plenty of time to actually like run. So calyx of end, put that in here, and now this thing should run on a pulse as soon as it hits 0. So for instance, now if we look up crystal again, it's made us the 9. Actually, it made us 10 because we got a 50% bonus to get another one. Should craft everything. Slowly putting everything in. This guy is reset. Let's come up here now and just double check. Come up here. You've got the book. Half the items aren't even put down. Why is that? Oh, because they've all been pumped into here. That was one issue I was afraid of. Okay, never mind. We won't go with that then. What we'll do is we will just say... put another connector here, so blue connector. We're going to put the connector here instead. Okay? And what we'll do is remove the blacklist of this guy here. It's going to extract everything, but inside of the crafter, we're going to tell it to insert the binding book. See, a lot of this is also going to be just trial and error. Oh, we're out of ink sacks? Of course. Let me go kill more squids and sleep. Alright, so you're just going to insert that book in there. And if I put this down in here, it shouldn't go anywhere else except for in here and then put up into here. Correct? You didn't go anywhere else random or anything. You didn't go into anything. No, you're still set up in here. Why are you not extracting it? Do I need to tell this thing to extract that item? Seriously? I thought it would just extract everything no matter what. Chest, extract. I have no filters on. This guy here is set to insert. Maybe I should just go with pretty pipes, because maybe that'd be like the easiest option. Because I can just filter that pipe. Okay, so this guy is now set up to only extract the book out of there. I just need more blue cable. There we go. Let's see if this works now. So it's going to extract out of this chest. And Yeah. It worked before, so it's not like I need to tell this thing to extract every item. Unless, actually, I should put the book in here and blacklist it. So it does actually extract everything. And this guy here is only set up to accept this book. So that would move up in here. You should craft it and pump it out up here. And you know what? I'm actually just going to take out the binding books I already have and put them in here as well. Right, so let me try that again. Let's put the rest of the ingredients back into here. It is taking them out. And there is a binding book in here. The timer should go down. We are 200 ticks away. Actually, I could probably look at it from down here. 100 ticks. Okay, 20 ticks. Let's see. That didn't work. This guy's direction is set to none. Look above. So why didn't it work? Oh, come on. This worked a second ago. Why didn't it? Or no, actually, no, it didn't work the first time. I right-clicked it manually. Direction is not set up. It says look above. Do I actually need to change the direction to up, maybe? Is that the reason why you wouldn't work? All right, so I'm 40 ticks now. Will you work now? No. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can figure this out. Oops, I had it on disabled redstone. There we go. I had it on disabled redstone when I double-checked it before. So this should be now running correctly. So that is going to do all that. It's going to take all the items. There's an extra calyx of end in here. That shouldn't be there. And you can hear it sawing away down below. And it should all go into the system. And now if we look at crystals, we have 20 of them. So the 50% chance to get one more is definitely working so far. So perfect. I'm just going to quickly set this guy up to automate now as well. So give me a few minutes to do that. Right, it should be everything now. I hopefully have everything set up correctly. I don't know why this guy isn't showing it, but it should say output storage stabilizer. Okay, I messed up that pattern. Hang on. I don't know what was going on there, but the pattern seems to be fine now. So if we just go back down here, put it in and see if it'll craft it now. We need to actually set up the... Wait, what? Why did those two go in there? They should not have gone in there. What the heck? That shouldn't have happened. Maybe I need to set the barrel here to whitelist these guys and blacklist the other one. So this is barrel. I needed to blacklist this one. Actually, no. Maybe I should actually have it in two separate barrels. Okay, this is actually confusing. I wish it was set to whitelist, but maybe we should do it the opposite way around. So this barrel here, if we actually blacklist this one, and in this barrel here, if I grab out the binding book, go up here to this barrel and we blacklist this one, and it should work that way then. I mean, it'll extract out the right book and it shouldn't cause any issues. So let's test it now. If we were to grab ourselves out, say, a storage stabilizer, can we craft one? We're missing a binding book. I forgot to set the crafting recipe for that. Hang on. All right, last attempt. Can it craft us one? Just start putting all the items on it. So pedestal, 2 bronze, 4 runes, and then 4 glass. Only 2 glass went onto it. Where's the other glass? And there's extra bronze in there. Huh? Oh, I accidentally put 4 bronze in the thing. But we're still missing glass. It says there was enough. Yeah, look, there's still plenty of crystal glass. Oh, this guy took it. Oh. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. And this guy here, I need to tell this guy to redstone pulsed and fix this guy here to look up instead. So if I just do this. Okay, that didn't work. Missing ingredients. Oh, it pulled out the wrong book again. Oh, come on, this thing is so doing everything wrong. Now it has the right book. Okay. Let's count how long this takes. Okay, it's roughly the same time, so maybe I can just put down another redstone link over here, and it'll still do the same thing. So if I look up end, calyx of end, put this one down over here. Okay, I might have to remove some of this cable. Okay, I can't remove that cable. I'll remove this cable and connect it here instead. There we go. So this go down here, shift right click, frequency 1. There we go. So that should pulse it every time there is a time. And give me back those bronze blocks. So yeah, there's still a few things I need to fix and figure out. There's a few things that might be an issue. I might need to actually set up 2 separate XNet connections over here to make it run correctly. So I might try and figure those out between episodes, but at least now we have somewhat of an automated system for occultism, at least the baseline of it. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Hope to see you on the next episode. So without further ado, goodbye.